So hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Godwin Tete, a safety, security and environment professional. In today's video, we are going to talk about the element of fire, the various types of fire, the various types of fire extinguisher, and the mode of using fire extinguisher to extinguish or fight a fire. When we talk about the agents of fire, we are looking at three elements that causes fire. One, we have ordinary combustible materials. Examples are papers, woods, and rubbers. The second element is heat. It's also known as sources of ignition. And examples include sparks from welding activity. It can be from unfinished cigarettes. They are also heat. And the last element is the oxygen. The normal oxygen we breathe in. When these three elements come together in their right proportion, that is where we have fire. We have 5 types of fire. We have number 1, Class A fires. Class A fires involve ordinary combustible materials like wood, papers, and rubbers. Class B fires involve combustible liquids. And when we say combustible liquids, we are talking about petrol, we are talking about diesel, we are talking about paint. Class C fires also involve flammable gases. And when we say flammable gases, we are talking about propane, we are talking about methane, and etc. Class D fires. And Class D fires involve metals. We have aluminium, we have potassium as examples. And the last and the final type of fire is Class F type of fires, which involve cooking oil fires or kitchen fires if you like it. Right, so we have various types of fire extinguisher to fight the various types of fire. The very first type of fire extinguisher is the water fire extinguisher. Water fire extinguisher fights Class A fires. It fights fires that involve solid materials. And I must throw a caution here. Never use water fire extinguisher on electrical fires. Right. The other type of fire extinguisher is foam. Foam also fights Class A and Class B type of fires. We also have carbon dioxide, that is CO2. It's mainly for Class B and electrical fires. We also have ABC powder. ABC powder fights Class A, Class B, and Class C type of fires. We also have wet chemical. Wet chemical is mainly for Class A fires. So this I have here is a typical fire extinguisher. The process of using fire extinguisher is very simple. It's PASS. PASS. The very first P stands for pull the pin. So you pull the pin, that locks the fire extinguisher. The moment you pull the pin, then you can fight the fire. So the next stage is to what? Aim your nozzle at the base of the fire. So you aim your nozzle at the base of the fire. The third and the next step is that you squeeze the handle. There's the handle. So you squeeze the handle and it releases the pressurized agent and you fight the fire by sweeping side and side. So whenever you are using fire extinguisher to fight fire, just know that the very first 30 seconds is very important. After the first 30 seconds, if you are not able to contain or extinguish the fire, you must be thinking about your dear life and you move from the nearest exit to the assembly point. You need to make sure your back is facing an exit. Your back is facing an exit. What happens is that when the fire overwhelms you, then you can have easy escape. Also, just know that you have to stand 6 feet from the fire. Then slowly you move forward to the fire as you are extinguishing the fire. The last and the final point is that always keep an eye on the fire. Sometimes the fire might reignite. So whenever you're done fighting the fire, keep an eye on the fire till the fire is completely extinguished.